Yeah, it's like mirrored glass now.
Oh, my TV's not on.
We're on air.
Amy's parking.
February 20th, 2024, Royal Palm Beach Strikers monthly soccer board meeting. All rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'll call to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Roll call, President Mal Hassan, Board Member Dave Corson. Present. Board Member Corinne Witt. Here. Vice President Vanessa Donadio.
Here.
Treasurer Amy Santiago.
Here.
And Secretary Amanda Lamb.
Here.
And Board Member Fernando Casale will be joining us shortly. Reading and approval of previous month's minutes. Did everybody have an opportunity to look at the previous month's minutes that were sent out by Amanda earlier
Yes.
this week?
Yes.
Anybody have any objections to either?
No.
Actually, it was one, and it was then a modified one. Motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the meetings from December.
I'll second that.
All righty, the meeting minutes for the recreation program for December 2023 will be accepted and approved. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Amy?
Okay, so recreational checking began with $63,136.5, ended with $103,265.32. For the savings, started with $10,678.40, ending with $10,678.76. And I know we haven't done quite a few months prior, and I'll be sending those, as I can get them, but I figured let me stay current, give you what that is.
This is
and then
January?
This is for the January, correct. So those two are up to date, and that's what we got.
If somebody'd like to put a motion?
Accept the financials for January with the rec checking balance beginning $63,136.05, ending with $103,265.32. Savings balance beginning $10,678.40, ending $10,678.76.
I'll second that.
I'll motion to accept that.
All righty, we will accept the January 2024 recreational financial statements, the treasury report. We're good, accept and approved. Skipped over some things. So President's report. Start of the spring rec season began yesterday. The number of players that we have this season has absolutely shattered our previous record from last season and the season prior to that. Real happy with the number that we have. We could actually have even a larger number of teams if not for the lack of volunteer coaches, which we already have a lot of. We are still accepting registrations, and they are going on a waiting list, and we'll determine what we're going to do with those on the waiting list, if we're going to have to turn them away, or if we're going to be able to create additional teams. Speaking with Amanda earlier, the problem we may have with adding additional teams may be timely uniform delivery for the new teams. So that's something that we will have to look into. That's it on the president's report. Registrar referee report. Our referee assigner and our registrar, Shinoy Ragaraj, is unable to be with us today. So we will wait for another meeting for an update and status on that. Open comments from membership regarding the recreation portion of our program. It doesn't seem like anybody has any questions out there, so we will move forward. Unfinished business. Spring season. So like we said, practices began February 19th, which was yesterday. Our first game is slated for March 2nd. And I think we still have some confusion as to when our last game is, if it's May 4th or May 11th.
Depending on when you want to do tryouts.
That would be the weekend, the week after that Saturday, so.
I think you weren't sure yet what date and with the closing of the park.
All righty, well, let's say the last week, the finals week, we will make it for May 11th. Yes, so they can celebrate Mother's Day with a very successful season they participated in. And all the
Participation
mothers,
trophy.
all the mothers will be very ecstatic that they actually get Sunday off. So Brandon, if we can, we'll go into the other stuff later, the tryouts and all that. Coaching kits. Amanda, I know you put some coaching kits together. Were we good with pretty much all the coaches receiving that? And that was kind of nice, being able to hand out a little coaching kit at the coaches meeting.
Were we still able to get more pennies, the youth size pennies? Okay, we're still ordering them? Okay,
Yeah, I should have them within a week once I get the size exact.
all right. Well, I'll have to probably take a list because I know some of them did not get that.
All right, so thank you for taking care of that. Picture Day, what was the date of Picture Day? April 7th. All righty, and that's a Sunday? It is. Okay, so it'll be one of those deals before the stuff, and it'll be next door again?
And we'll have to do the sponsorship day that day as well. We'll
On
have
the same
sponsors
day?
come to the fields, yeah.
All right, perfect. I'd like to get back to that.
Yeah,
We
that was
used to
one
do
of
that all
the
time.
perks that we did for them contributing, being a sponsor for them.
Awesome.
Weekend at Auburndale finals for Commissioner Cup, just so we know.
Well, then I guess you 12 girls won't be there.
Sponsor day.
Just let you know.
You guys are looking good, though. Keep it up, keep it up. Parent meeting, we had decided to schedule a parent meeting. This is something that we did years ago. It was a good opportunity for us to allow all the members, parents, players, familiarize themselves with the faces of the board, and at the same time, lay out the expectations of the program, what to expect from the program, and what the program expects from them. I think this would be a very good opportunity for us to use as a tool with regards to enforcing our code of ethics and going over that with everybody, so then there will be no questions as to we weren't aware of that or we didn't understand that. And some examples of previous seasons and disciplinary actions that have been taking care of some of our members. We can remind the parents of that. Just, again, we're growing. We're growing at a great rate. And, whatever the reason might be, it could be a combination of things. But I truly believe when people see that this program doesn't tolerate nonsense and it actually weeds the poisons out of the program, I truly believe that's what people want to be part of. And I think that's helped contribute. Obviously, that's not the only thing, but I think it does contribute. So originally, that was scheduled for 10 o'clock. That had conflicted with a prior engagement that I should have been aware of, and I wasn't, simply because I didn't put the time into looking at what else was out there. So we have since moved it to 1 o'clock, and then again today modified it to 1:30 PM. The reason we've moved it to 1:30 PM is because the fields are going to be full that weekend with the playoffs. And there is a time gap on Field 2 between 1:15 and 4 o'clock. There won't be any games on Team 2, so that's going to also solve our space problem with where we could have the meeting. So that'll be great. I know we had discussed this before. Do we still have that what's it called? The big speaker you're talking to, the megaphone or whatever? Do we still have one of those? Remember we had one, and
She has the karaoke one.
what is it, a microphone or a? Would we be able to maybe bring that, would that be able to come out to Field 2 though? Just in case people can't hear, because you figure all the games that are going to be going around out there, and then a large group of people, you think that would be audible to people?
I don't know, you'd have to plug it in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that would be able to work out there?
What would we plug it into?
The only other thing is I have my big speaker that I use for the tryouts and stuff, but I don't know if I can hook up something to
A
it.
link to it?
And we
Yeah.
can't be too disruptive because of all the games going on either. You know, or would like a megaphone be?
Is there an app?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right, if not, I mean, we'll just all talk loudly. I just don't want to, there
I think
be.
I have a karaoke mic that
I
can
have
connect to a
karaoke
speaker.
mic that can connect to a speaker. Well,
Yeah.
if that works too,
Yeah.
you connect your
I don't
karaoke
know
mic.
if that one will connect to my.
Yeah, really.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Bluetooth
Yeah,
one?
that's what I have too.
All right. If you guys can do that, yeah, I'm not the technical guy, so you guys would have to set all that up. So we'll be on for that. It shouldn't go beyond 3 o'clock. And I have then also rescheduled our coaching clinic to 3 o'clock with the rec coaches. Just want to go over some drills, a lot of newer coaches out there, and I'd like our rec coaches doing a lot of the same things where we stay kind of consistent and age-appropriate drills for the rec coaches, so we can prepare the kids for their age groups. I've asked some of the competitive coaches to come out, because I'd like to be able to have some of the coaches working with the coaches in particular age groups. And I will follow up with that to see who's going to be available and willing to participate in that. This is the Brandon section here. Couple of things that we've asked for in the past, and I don't know if it's just a status update or even if it's a possibility. I know we had discussed getting a little shed on the side
Yeah.
somewhere.
The shed isn't that one isn't a problem. More so once you know what you're gonna get,
All right.
just send it to me so we know the specs and.
All righty. And then the cage over on the side of one where we could possibly lock the goals up.
The cage is, that one's a work in progress, but it's a slower work.
All right.
I don't,
All right.
don't
You just
anticipate
want to
that
keep
one.
it fresh out there in the event that it is possible.
I would
I think
anticipate
it'd be
that one,
nice. And
the,
I'm just thinking now, I can see how that might get held up a little bit, possibly.
Yeah.
So we'll figure that out. Sign coverage on where all the electrical stuff is by the concession stand. If we would be able to cover that up and make it look pretty by putting maybe some sponsor signs out there, maybe some club logo signs, banners, promotional banners, advertising our tryouts or something.
and that's going along, like, next to the concession.
Yeah, that cage that's there that surrounds all the electrical
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we should be,
Just to make it look a little bit more better,
Yeah.
better on the eyes.
yeah, as it's not restricting access in and out, then you're good.
That would be good there, all right, perfect. And then lastly, any netting that we would be able to put up on any of the sections of the fields where balls aren't going into the woods
So
as a
the-
backstop?
The netting it's a two-part. The first one, we're not putting the netting up yet. It's one of the things I'm putting on my strategic plan for this year.
All right.
Trying to get in. Part two of it is if you wanted to explore getting netting to put up there, then they'd look at it as far as, what you wanted to put up and, but that's if the club wanted to do it on its own. Us is going
Club's
through.
expense?
Yeah,
of
like I said,
getting
we're
it, and
still-
what about installing it?
Same with installing.
So we would be, but would you guys be able to approve it? And then we would be able, so,
Yeah. So it'd
but
be-
you would tell us when it would be all right for us to do?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we can start at least looking at something like that. And then we can propose that to the village. And when the time is right for something, some type of project like that to be initiated, you would let us know when we'd be able to
Right.
initiate that.
And it'll be, like I said, depending on if we get to it first or.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, all righty. All right, good. New business, another thing for Brandon. Fields getting lined as heavily and nicely as possible. This is our, coming out weekend for the rec
Okay.
season. We would need that by Friday evening.
Okay.
And some,
Before Friday.
no, we would need that, that's what I said, prior to Friday evening. So like Thursday, Friday morning at the latest is when we would.
Well, you need it.
Need
Yeah,
it done.
I got you.
Because we need it for Friday evening. And then in addition to that, if we can, so our regular fields are lined in white, our regular basic fields that we have. If we would be able to have field number 3 in orange put inside of field number 2.
Field 2.
Then field number 4 in orange in field number 3.
Okay.
And then here's the fancy one. So in Zone D, where we have fields 5, 6, 7, and 8, if we would be able to have field number 3
Field 3.
in blue.
Field 3 in blue.
And Justin and Fernando, just in time, because I wanted to just get your confirmation on this. So if you can visualize real quickly for the lining of the fields, I'm asking if the village would be able to do field number 3 inside of field number 2. So U12 on field number 2, inside.
No, that's field 4 on inside number 3.
We're getting there, But I'm asking for field 3 inside of field number 2.
Okay,
I'm asking for field 4 inside of field number 3.
yes.
And then in Zone D, 5, 6, and 7, field number 3,
Correct.
and that one I would like in blue.
Blue.
The other inside ones would be in orange.
Okay.
The only important for field 5 is we need to be sure from the back line of field 3 is at least 8 feet out. Because last time that you guys do that, you guys put a 3 or 4 feet. So when we put the goal in field 3, you cannot use field 5. Make sense?
What you mean?
Because,
Too close. Yeah.
it need to be at least 3 feet from the back of the goal,
So is the field going,
like that.
is field 5 going vertical, tree to parking lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Running the line, the sideline, it was too close to field 3. So
Oh, on
you-
the other side,
so
gotcha.
You use, no, yeah, like a.
So we want it pushed closer to the parking lot.
Right, so they need to start on the other side, they need to start close to the concrete, let's say 1 feet from the concrete, and come in this way.
And come in.
So maybe Brandon, if they use the sidelines for field 7 and 8, where they are in relation to the sidewalk,
Yeah.
if they use that as their starting point going across.
Out.
And if you need me, I can meet with you in the field, and we can look into that.
I'll let them know so they can get on that tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
For Friday?
We need that so that we can use all of that for Friday night.
Okay.
Registration, practice day, times, the option that is, has been placed on our recreation registration form. We need to remove that for all future recreation registrations. What has happened is I received, what was it, 482?
500 something requests.
There was 482 requests. I received 482 requests via email. And did what had to do to take care of it, whatever. Make teams, this and that. And then I get calls and emails saying, we requested Monday and Wednesday, and we didn't get Monday and Wednesday. And then I'll sit there and I look through all of my things. Never received that. I'm not sure how you did that. Oh, we did it when we registered. You know, and it just bothered me. Why are all these people saying this? I'm not missing all of these. What's happening was they were requesting it on the application, on the registration form, which is something I don't see. So here I'm arguing with these people, and they're actually right, you know, and
You're gonna still take requests though, but just via email and that's it? Or are we gonna
we're going
start getting away
to,
from that?
we're going to, and I talked to Fernando about that a little bit, that's something that is gonna get weeded out a little bit, at least a portion of it. The coach request thing is tough. And to me, that's what makes teams unfair, because you can stack a team that way. However, people get smart, they know a particular coach is on a particular day of the week and a particular time of the week, and now all of a sudden their odds of getting that coach are better if they request that time. So, you know, I go back years on what people request. And I've become familiar with the names and who they request, and the same people that play for the same coaches. And what I can do is I can go back and things, and if people are requesting certain days and times, and I see that they've also been requesting certain coaches, then, you know, we'll take it from there. You know, on the flip side, you know, why have we grown so much? Can it be because we're accommodating so much? So, you know, it's like you don't want to cut something off if that's what's helping us grow. But at the same time, because we've grown so much, this is becoming out of hand. So there's got to be some type of boundaries that we put on it just to keep things in check a little bit better.
I mean, I don't know if the coaches understand, but the player doesn't get better with the same coach over that period of time. They only get better by learning from different coaches.
But they don't care if there's
Right.
somebody that's good,
Yeah.
that they don't care. Stay at your level that you're at, because it's better than a lot of the other kids. And it's, you know, like this year especially, I was going through it, and 5 coaches absolutely year in, year out abuse the system. And it's gone from them requesting players to the parents requesting the coach to it doing half and half. And it just takes the fun out of it a little bit when you see that. And, you know, I had sent out a pretty firm email about this isn't going to happen anymore, and we need to stop this. And the feedback that I got from the parents, it's weird because so many parents were in agreement that mathematically it almost didn't make sense. If all these people are in agreement with it, why is such a large number doing it still? So it's kind of, you don't know, like, you know, playing both sides or, you know what it is. So I will talk to Shinoy because I had previously spoken with him, and I believe he's the person that put that on the form, and he thinks that he may have been the person that did it also. So that'll be removed. Next item, website maintenance and administrator options. Dave, you have been doing this for the most part over the years. We have to come up with something better. And I know that your time, you've got the two teams. You're doing a great job with the two teams. You're helping our competitive program growth. You're always recruiting and bringing people into the program. We have to find something better regarding this area with your input involved. So, you know, and it doesn't have to be here. We just talk off, you know, we can talk off the record and say, hey, what's going to help you? What do you think will be best? What direction should we go in? How do you want to do this? Because that, to me, is the most glaring need or improvement that we have to make in our program is just the ability to stay as updated as possible and just relevant. Once people go to our website and they still see a coach that hasn't coached here, 2019 rec coaches are still listed as our rec coaches with their pictures. Some of them even coaching in other clubs. We've got competitive coaches. We're still, you know, certain events that we have, you know, we have to, you know, hide it. And we just hide it. We don't have to remove it. I like it actually there in the event that we have to bring it back.
Right.
Just some modifications, and then it's less of a work. But we'll sit and talk, and I understand you've got a lot going on too. So, so that's that. Does anybody else have anything else regarding the recreation program? Guys, I mean, we're killing it. I would challenge any other program in the state of Florida to put their recreation program up against our recreation program, organization-wise, you know, accommodation-wise, if you register on time, price-wise, you know, because, and it's, you know, we're doing things right.
The only
so
thing,
thank you to everybody here. I think we're doing a great job.
I just want to ask either Fernando or Vanessa if you can email Dave the field format so we can post it on the website as well.
It's a great idea. A field diagram.
Yeah.
And then that.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, and what we can do is maybe even do two diagrams. This is our normal field diagram. This is our tournament and playoff diagram. And then this way we can kind of, you know, like how we're saying to put like field 3 in over, and we make it field 5 or whatever, you know, for the tournaments, the U12 field. So then that's something, you know, in addition to the signs that we have out on the field, which were a great idea. I got mad, I saw one off of him though. It was, no, I saw it like on the floor, like somebody, like it must have gotten ripped off and it was just laying on the floor.
We have the layout of the fields
On the board. Mm-hmm. Right.
But let's let people know beforehand. I mean, I know I like doing that, like when I go to a tournament in January, because it's a big complex. I find I find the map, and then it's like, all right, I got a game over here. I know my U6, you know, 16 team will be here. My U10 team will be over here. I'm sorry?
one empty schedule.
Empty, yes, yes. One, the actual
Yes,
field,
yes.
one, then a tournament
Set it over there.
diagram,
Yeah,
and
just
then
have,
like practice diagram, and
Yeah, just put different field diagrams
they can just click
up.
on it and be like, okay, this is for what they look like at tournaments, this is what they do for that. You'd have to have like a field option up top,
Yeah, just
and then
fields.
just,
You know what we
Yeah.
do is we do fields, and then I already have fields on there, and I've got the satellite,
Yeah,
the drone image of
goes to the
cats,
map and the
I also have
directions,
of
yeah.
Seminole. So we can put the Seminole stuff on there too, field nights, we're still gonna do field 9, I'll talk to you about again.
Do we have a picture from when we do the tournament with the little fields?
I think you put one on there, didn't you?
No, but we had it,
1A, 1B, 2A, 2B?
I don't think so.
We'd have to make
No.
one. I just had the signs on the goals.
but that's how we'd look at tournament, right?
So that's why I'm saying for the diagram, for our tournament diagram, we have that.
Weekend is different team, different numbers of fields. You know what I mean?
Well, just like the tournament we did, we'll always have the same
The same,
layout.
yeah, it's gonna be the same
Because it'll
layout.
be for the,
I already have 5 coaches asking me if we're gonna do a tournament after this season. Hey, listen, when you throw, hey, people can play in a competitive tournament, now everybody wants to do it.
But when we promote that, you get more cheating during the rec season, because everybody wants to do that. Now you're gonna try to get the team stacked, and
Yeah.
now it's bigger for
No,
the
because
coach.
listen, for me, when we do that, we need to do an all-star team like the one we do.
Well, that's why I said at the rec coaches meeting.
You win, good luck for you.
I said what I would do is I would select a coach each season to coach
Yeah, it's how
an
we do it.
all-star team in a particular age group for our fall tournament.
Remember, the best coaches know is the coach that wins.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
And listen, we can do a meeting with all the coaches, you know, let's say U10s, 10 teams, 11, or 10 teams, whatever, 11, 10, yeah. So every coach pick 2 players for his team and 1 or 2 players for the other team. So every coach pick 4.
And then they will make that their request list for the following season. It'll be good.
When you play with whatever team, you know, oh, the best player for Dave's team is this number, and this and this. So the people have more votes than the people.
That's how we created the U8
Correct.
all-star team. I had 2 coaches, hey, make me a list of the best players in the age group. They did, all right, here you go. You guys are gonna be co-coaches for that team.
When we did that All-Star, we had all the way up, U8 all the way to U19, remember?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And boy, and
You did
I
the tournament?
loved that whole concept. That all-star program we had was great, but it backfired because what happened is we had an all-star team, we had the coach for that all-star team, and what we were doing is we were telling other clubs, here's a team ready to play competitive.
and then they
They
would
would
take 'em.
come in, they would offer the coach something to bring the team over to their club, and all of a sudden, that was our team. You know, so,
Can we have them sign a contract that they're with the club for?
yeah, do something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Well, I think that's where that CDP
We'll
helps.
put you in
That's what
bad
I-
standing. You know, you'll be placed in bad standing.
We take the team in May. That's when you sign contract, right? In May.
Yeah.
So you wanna play? You need to sign a contract for next
From-
year. Okay.
well, we signed up 11 players for the U8, U9
Yeah,
All-Stars. Out of that,
that's a great, if we're able to build a team between rec seasons, every season, there's our new team that goes into tryouts. It's not about creating an entire team, it's about adding on to a team. So now that U8 group, which is a nice little group, you figure they go into tryouts now as a competitive team. Now we have the whole spring season to evaluate additional players that we can put on that team. This is, again, we have such a good situation here, and it's like it was never used properly, you know, and this years and years ago. This was competitive suicide, they said, and it's like, it worked out. All righty, so, what time we have? It is 7:35. Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn the recreation portion of the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn the recreation portion of the meeting at 7:35 PM.
I second that motion.
All right, the recreation portion of the meeting is adjourned at 7:35. And let's call to order the competitive portion of the meeting at 7:35 PM. And we'll start off with the president, DOC report. The number, this all in all, and we can't understate how the growth of our competitive program, and not just in numbers of players or number of teams, but in the quality of teams that we have. We have a great ability to compete in every age group that we have teams in. And we're just going in a great direction. And for our competitive program to continue growing by growing from within the club, from our recreation program, while our recreation program still continues to grow, that's great. I mean, that's great. We're not killing one program for the benefit of another program. You know, both programs are benefiting. And it's almost like they're feeding off of each other now. We're at a stage where they're feeding off of each other, where the recreation program is growing because kids are seeing that you can actually move to the next level by playing in the recreation program. And our competitive program is growing because we are able to evaluate the kids in our recreation program, and we're able to be more selective with the kids that we add to that side of the program. So again, thank you, everybody up here. I think everybody's doing a great job, and I think the numbers speak for themselves. Our U10 boys this past weekend just went down there to the Weston tournament, and they won the Weston tournament. They played 5 games. They won all 5 games. The last 2, which were the semis and the finals, they won on penalty kicks.
Wow.
U10 team. I mean, again, this is a great story. I mean, this was our U9 team, last year that, due to some overzealous adults, a coach and a manager, took 6 kids and they went to another club, absolutely decimated this team, had 2 remaining kids from last year's team, which was actually a successful team. And not only were we able to evaluate out of our rec program and be able to select new players in addition to them at tryouts, this U10 team is not only better off without the quote-unquote poison. Again, just a great story, and real happy about that. Our U12 girls competitive team, they are currently at what stage in the Commissioner's Cup? You're still in the elimination, which is the semis? It's a Final Four.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so they are in the Final Four of the Commissioner's Cup, which is a great accomplishment. That team is very, very fun to watch, and it's always great to see a team on the girls' side do extremely well. All the teams are doing great. I mean, can't complain about anything. Definitely could use some improvement with some teams. With all teams, actually. No team's ever perfect, but we are definitely doing a great job. Next thing, and again, this isn't me trying to promote Royal Palm Beach High School's soccer team, but you'll see why I'm going to discuss them in a second. So the Royal Palm Beach High School soccer team, which I coach, just lost in the regional semifinals of the state for Class 7A. Huge, huge, huge accomplishment. The reason I bring that up is because 18 of the 22 players on that team play for the Strikers. So there's something to be said with kids playing together as much as possible. You don't want to say year-round because it's really not year-round, but for a majority of the year, not only playing at the same club, but a lot of them playing on, similar teams or same teams. Last year, same thing. And it's starting to look like every year, you're looking at 15, 16 at a minimum, Strikers players playing on that high school team. It helps during tryouts when you're familiar with kids at tryouts at high school because you watched them all season. So it's not this, 2-3 day tryout, thing. I tell everybody, I need 5 minutes at a tryout. All these schools have these week or 2 week tryout periods. Have the boys come out first 20 minutes. Have returning players all off on their own. 20 minutes, I evaluate everybody, send everybody home, just bring them back one more day, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. We pick our JV team, watch for JV kids. It's just a big advantage being able to do that. So not only did I bring up that because of the Strikers players, but something that I saw this season that absolutely blew me away, and hearing people in the county speaking about this just made me just very happy. The support of the Strikers family to the high school. So now you're talking about 2 entities in the village. So the village is the one that's actually benefiting from this. Our regional semifinal game was down in Boca. We had more Strikers people in the Strikers family, not because they had kids on the team or anything, just people from the Strikers program, where we had more fans than the home team Boca did, which is crazy. And boy, it was just so nice watching the cross support. And then take it a step further, went to watch Berean High School game. Again, not involved in that school whatsoever. And to see all the Strikers people going out and supporting.
Well, some of the Berean kids also.
Yeah, and the Berean kids coming here, why? Because they're in the Strikers family. So they play at different schools, but at the end of the day, they're all Strikers. So we all support each other. We support the schools, and it's when you play against each other, it's not a nastiness. It's that competitive rivalry, the trash talking thing, but it's all in good fun. It's not like a nasty thing. And it's just such a great atmosphere to be a part of. And I love it. Here, you go to any high school, you pull up, you're walking past the stands, and you hear people yelling down, "Hey, Coach Mal," or this or this, and you look up like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, that's right, your kid goes to this school." But it's just so nice just to see everybody together. Yeah. And that's something I think not only do I take pride in that, but I think that's a great asset to the village. It's I've never seen a high school team or a school team like this. The support from the community. And the support from the community, the Strikers family is the one that kind of started it, and other people just started picking up on, their friends or their family, and all of a sudden, before you know it, that Strikers family, the support that they're giving us, that's extended, just great. I can talk about this all day long, but I think I made the point here. It's a very nice thing to have. All righty, I'm going to stop talking. Treasurer's report, Amy, for the competitive program.
Okay, so again, because we have so many competitive teams and so much is transactions, I'm very behind on the checking account, but the bank balance at the end of January was $130,362.56, and I will continue to work on those to get those updated. The savings account, Not much to it. They started with $10,036.09, ended with $10,036.43. And the stipends started and ended, there was no change, $4,769.59.
Make a motion to accept the balances for the competitive program for January with the checking balance ending $130,362.56, savings balance ending $10,036.43, and the stipend account ending $4,769.59.
I'll second that motion to accept.
Righty, the treasurer's report for the competitive program for the month of January 2024 is accepted and approved if there are no objections. All right, so that'll be accepted and approved. Thank you, Amy. League reports. FSPL, that's long done with. The Florida League, the spring season is about to get started while the playoffs for the regular season are about to begin. South Florida, our teams, some of the teams are playing in the South Florida League, their spring season, and we currently don't have any teams this season in the EDP League, which we might start using a little bit more of next year. We're just going to feel some things out. Any comments from our membership regarding the competitive program? You guys have done great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting called out here. All right, unfinished business. Referee assignments. I'm just going to skip over that. I'm not going to even talk about referees today. The Florida League, the playoffs, volunteer schedule. I know, Vanessa, you had sent something out to the managers.
Yes.
So that'll be, everybody has to do their 2 hours. Now, is that regardless if they're participating?
Yes.
In the in the playoffs?
Yes.
All righty.
Friday night is already pretty much full. Saturday, a little bit. Sundays, I mean, since last I checked at 5 o'clock. So they're working on it. We should be perfectly fine.
All righty. Player coaches evaluations, U8 through U14. They were instructed to complete their player evaluations, and they are due this Friday. Sent a reminder out to the coaches to have those ready for me. I'm sorry. That's supposed to be February 23rd. I'm all excited about tryouts. Yes. That is this Friday, the 23rd, right? All right, so it is February, all right. New business, 2024, 2025 coaching assignments. I'm going to announce those in March. I've already started working on securing certain coaches for the age groups. Going to make some changes that might be not expected in some age groups, but I think it might be a good thing. Tryouts, I'm looking at May 13th to May 18th. Don't want to make that public yet, just because I want to check all activities during that week, especially for the 18th. I know that May 12th, 11th weekend, I think that's like the Palm Beach tournament. And there was something else, and I forget what it was.
Our playoffs?
Our finals
Yeah.
for rec.
No, that's May 11th. We're May 6th, right? I think ours finished the 6th, I think.
You said the 11th.
You want the 11th, the playoffs?
May 4th?
You said the 11th.
Yeah, that,
May 11th, he said, when we were in the rec, he said May 11th.
You want it as playoffs?
I thought I said either one because I wasn't
You
sure.
did,
Yeah,
and
but
then
then you
made
said
the
May 11th.
decision, May 11th,
I circled it
crossed
too.
out the other one.
Last game's May 11th. Oh, okay, so let's go back and, so
Day.
if we can end May 4th, I would prefer that, just so we have a
week,
second to
yeah.
breathe, before tryouts. I screwed up.
The
Relax, relax.
Listen, I'm working on not much sleep, so.
I circled.
So everybody knows the schedule for the rec is done. You know, I just need to put it in again in times and fields. We are trying to decide right now if we're gonna add another U12.
Right.
So the schedule for the U6, I need to cancel and redo it because we are in a team. The same with the U8,
It's like, we can't stop. This
the
is
same with the
crazy.
U6, the U6 14. So the schedule was done the day after the meeting.
So U6, U8, and U14 you're adding?
And
maybe
U12?
Maybe U12.
U12. Just on my way here, I got 2 phone calls to do for late registration.
And these teams are gonna look great in T-shirts. But,
9, so
And the U14s also?
what is that, 11, right? 11. The U6 and
the
U8,
U6,
yeah.
yeah, it's, it should be, how, 11?
No, you can't have you.
Oh, tens, the teams.
Yeah, 11, the U10s are 10, the U10 girls are 4,
Oh, I thought I meant 11 versus 11.
and the 14 is 6, and then 19 is
And the reason it's important for us to have a really nice season, guys, is if you see our numbers are heavy in the younger age groups. So this is the future of the program. You know, it's not like these guys are gonna be aging out, and we gotta set up, so let's bring them through the program properly.
you need a number of kids now.
Not.
Confirmation, it will be ending on May 4th.
Yeah, so May 4th,
Yes, May 4th.
so if we can have Amy circle May 4th.
No, I'm crossing out all of it. I'm gonna write it in big, huge letters.
May 4th is a
May the
holiday.
4th be with you.
Real holiday.
May 4th.
I know.
4th, which is a Saturday, correct? That is the last day of that'll be our,
So now the mothers can go out.
we can do May 4th.
On Mother's Day
That'll be
weekend.
the finals of our rec season, and then May 13th through the 18th will be our tryouts for competitive. So we can maybe leave an extra week, just in case there's rainouts or kids coming late, and we can let coaches look at them. So I'm going to say we would be perfect for shutting things down, and I'd like to shut things down as quickly as possible, May 25th.
25th? All right.
Let's say May 26th, May 26th.
You said leave another weekend, so right before Memorial Day, you want to shut down.
Yeah, there you, yeah, so it's May 26th, everything gets shut down.
And like Corinne said, Mother's Day is now free.
What is it?
Mother's Day is now free.
Just so you can attend the tournament.
Yeah, unless you go to Puppy. You get to
Exactly. And that's what the comp teams will do, so,
Mother's Day where you get away from the kids. Right.
yeah, we always do that stuff, man.
That is sweet.
All right, the next thing, so tryout registration stuff, well, how are we gonna do that? The same way as last year?
Same
or
way.
Are we able
I'm
to
gonna have
incorporate
Shanoy.
it to,
Yeah, I'll have Shanoy do the whole Gosport thing, just like with the
well, I set
registration for
all
the
that
rec.
up yet.
Yeah,
so
and
I'll
then
set that
he'll
up again
then put the link on the website, just like normal.
All right, so we're gonna use Gosport once again.
Yes.
For the tryout registration. I'd like to I don't wanna scramble, and I said this last time. If we can get flyers, we'll get Anna to make some flyers. Also, I know Diego does a lot of our, the pictures, and he does the team pictures and the whole family thing. And I want like everything, like registration forms, everything done prior to April.
Now that we have the
So
dates,
all we
we'll be
do
able
is
to.
just promote and people, so we have, what, a month and a week?
Yeah.
Before tryouts, which is plenty of time to be able to accumulate. The first,
Registration going to be open
Recreation registration will be open
On the day of the final.
the day of the finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's the day before, it's better.
Make sure you
We
change
do
the
it the day
prices.
before. Yeah,
People
prices.
start
Yeah, prices will get
registering.
changes.
They can register before the game. No participate.
Yeah, in case they have a bad final. Nope, you registered.
No refunds. Uniform, sorry.
So does anybody else have anything for the competitive stuff?
Yeah, I wanted to double check. So the times for this weekend's playoffs and stuff, start and ending time as far as concession and like
Yeah,
who we need
I-
to have, because I don't have my three main people gonna be available this weekend. And of course, my daughter's got Commissioner's Cup, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna miss her game or if I'm gonna, have to help out.
What time's your
Trying to-
game?
Oh, you go watch
It's
your
like
daughter.
1:30 or something like
We're
that.
10 to 12. We got like 10, 12:30. We'll be there.
I have, I posted it inside the board chat. So we have Friday night, the first game starts at 6. I have them showing up at 5:30. Last game will end, I believe is at 8:30, because we have a 7:15 or something like that.
Or finish.
Yes, finish. Then Saturday games will start at 8, so I have them showing up at 7:30. And last game will start at 7:15, ending by 8:30.
Okay.
It's a long day.
Sunday?
And then Sunday, it starts at 8, so I have them starting at 7:30 again. And last game, ending by 6.
Vanessa,
Yes,
sorry, the volunteers,
yes.
we need to be sure Sunday by
That's why I have them actually staying there until 7:30, I believe.
what happened last time,
Correct.
At that time, no one.
There's actually going to be just one game going on at the very end of the night, so all the fields can be wrapped up and shut down before then,
Last time,
so,
me and Steve,
right. No, I know.
So now that we're talking about that, Vanessa brought up a good idea for Thursday. Since all the rec teams are gonna be out there, we'll have a lot of manpower out on the field. Some of the comp teams will be out there. Put all the goals up.
Set the goals, yes.
Set all the goals up, so it's not something we're messing around with for Friday
That
night.
way it's already ready to go for,
We need to do that one at 9 p.m.
But it's gonna depend, I don't
well, it
wanna.
depends on the
no,
fields.
no,
When
no.
you do the small fields,
Yeah, but we're not gonna be able to do that, because if the fields aren't lined, I don't want the goals in the way of them lining.
Change, we need the fields lined by
By
Thursday afternoon.
You know, Brent, why don't we do this? If you can just shoot me a text and just say, hey, they're out there or whatever, just so I have an idea. So then when I go out there Thursday night, I'll have a better idea of whether or not we're gonna do that Thursday night or if we're gonna have to wait until Friday.
Or at least,
to do that.
now, at least if they start on Thursday, like normally they couple days, right, to do that? Yeah. So maybe, we can know, okay, field
Whatever
1 and 2
fields
are
get
done.
lined, maybe we'll just set the goals up on the field that are lined on
Yeah.
Thursday and then do the rest.
I think the ones that are the field 3 and field 5 and the
Yeah,
field
the
3 and field
inside
2,
stuff.
the inside ones are the only two that are, I think they still have their marks for the lines for the other ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to hit those. And then those two will be the ones that they'll have to mark out,
Alright.
restring and everything. So just the inside ones.
And we're set goals now and everything, goals.
Are you
wise.
using the
We need
new
to be
ones?
careful, like I told you, with field 5.
Yeah,
Because
we're
last
probably gonna
time,
have to.
Okay, so,
it's like,
I'll go out there with them. I'll make sure we get it.
I know. Yes, if we're
unwrapping
gonna
a
use the new
present.
ones, and I'm like, yeah, as much as I hate to use the new goals,
it will look nice.
it'll look good.
It'll look good. Maybe draw some
what
attention.
we need to buy maybe is a new flags. The flags are, we go in the back room with Corinne today to looking for.
No, they're
something,
horrible.
And we have like a 15 or 20.
No, I know. Well, we did the goals this season, so we'll do the corner flags before the,
Much smaller expense.
yes. I would love to do the Adidas ones, I'm just saying.
Yeah, those are sure.
They're
That's the only
beautiful.
We need the part of the flag and, some, whatever, 2 grams and we put.
Nah,
we
I'd
have
rather
it.
get a whole new,
Oh, you want everything?
We used to have our logo on the flags.
yeah.
That used to be
There's
kind of
still a
cool.
few floating around.
Yeah,
That
there's
used
a
to be
very,
kinda
there's a
cool
few,
to
yeah.
see that.
Well, I may be able to look into something for
Well,
We want the logo with the Adidas and all.
logo with Adidas.
Are we putting
And we put Nike uniforms.
flags up on the entrance?
I was debating that for the
Ooh, that would look nice.
thing, maybe on Saturday, you know what I mean? Because it's a good opportunity for the other local teams, maybe lure people over just because of facilities. And,
Speaking of, can we make sure bathroom maintenance?
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you the same.
I mean-
Can somebody read the email that Vanessa, yeah, if you can, because I can't see. We had gotten an email from a parent, just,
Yes, not happy with
she
me.
seemed upset. We won't say her name or whatever it is, but just to give a gist.
Okay. So, the email I was received on the 19th at 5:47. I recommend you guys having staff for those bathrooms. They're very small, and with that amount of people, they get disgusting. They're usually never soap, paper towels, toilet paper. I just get very run down and really bad. They get very run down and really bad. I think that speaks a lot of the presence of the tournament and how we manage things from mommy strikers.
No. So I'll make sure, especially on those weekends, game weekends, that there's a bigger presence out there with them.
If they were as clean as, you know.
I was if they could just top off the soap and, you know.
If you request that somebody comes hourly, is that possible?
I'll request it, but more so I want somebody to kind of be around there all day.
Right.
More so than kind of just coming in and out. That way we can,
Assess the
especially with the
situation
presence
immediately.
that you all will be having, the amount of people that'll be in and out there, it's easier just to have somebody
Or we
kind
can
of
just
around the
send them
park.
all to the rec center and,
Can we put the
Take it.
bathrooms on the next big project?
Take a little walk. It probably will be, that probably will be addressed.
Don't get me excited, Brandon. You
Yeah.
know how I can be.
Been talking about it for years, you know, but they said they have to completely
they're doing a lot of
renovate the whole
renovations with
building.
the rec center and all that, so.
Yeah.
Don't get me excited like that.
When is the TA on the whole parking lot expanding?
Ooh, no ETA on it now. It's going out it's part of the whole scope of the project in the rec center, which is probably
Like 25, 26?
20, it's supposed to start, I would say starting probably in 25,
Oh, wow.
and it's probably a year and a half project.
Okay. And that's when we'll get our new bathrooms, right?
It's not part of the budget?
No, that was not, it's not part of that project, but it'll be separate. That one's on a large scale. So anything else, like other projects that come up in between, they'll go a little differently.
Yeah, tunnel to the rec center.
Yes.
Oh, like that escalator thing, just
Yeah.
like, they do at Universal?
How about the airports, too?
Yeah.
All righty, if there is nothing else, why don't we have a competitive adjournment call for motion?
Motion to adjourn the competitive portion of the meeting at 8:04 PM.
I'll second that motion.
All righty, if nobody can object, we will adjourn at, what was it, 8:04 PM.